Oh, God. Is this stream even going to be possible? I don't know. I'm going to record it and we'll see. I have no idea if this stream's going to be possible. I think the Wi-Fi might just be that bad. Certainly bad. So you can stream into Twitch? Unstable. Thank you. I've also got YouTube running. We'll see. Hands up. Who knows what's happening? Is this better? Oh, are we back? Is this... Well, trying to reach this. Hello. We'll see how this stream goes then. I also realized there is going to be no audio capture for Spotify. I have caps lock on. Only blurs a bit when you move. Yeah, I might up it to 2K. Hello, do you not know Spotify exists? Okay. I think we're cinema right now. I'm gonna up it to 2K, see if that's any better. If that works. And then I actually need to get my YouTube chat in, because I don't have YouTube chat in. Pop out chat. Copy the URL, close it. Oh, no, it's just died. Why did it just die? Okay, we're running a 1000 bitrate stream. It's fine. Did that actually update? Yeah, it did. Okay. It's just still being a bit janky. I'm gonna close YouTube and Twitch down. Okay. I think we're good. Let me actually get YouTube chat up now. And then we can get started. How's everyone doing though? I hope everyone's doing alright. Okay, I have YouTube chat open now as well. Give me a second. I was in the middle of sorting out everything I've got in. I haven't finished doing that. I realized, oh shit, I'm about to start stream. And I haven't gotten shit sorted. So... yeah. And I think I'm slightly ill, so I've been on and off sleeping. That is fair. I have been all over the place with my sleeping, but that is honestly nothing new. Okay, I think this is the full haul off screen here. Yeah, okay. Let me just make sure everything is tidy up. But yes, I hope everyone's doing good. Despite being a little ill, for you, Oliver. It's been a hectic 5 days for me. From London in Wednesday. Did I land Wednesday? Yes, I think. I actually don't remember. Yes, I landed Wednesday. I went to the Gamescom on the evening of Thursday. Went full all day Friday. Did shit all Saturday. Did not go to Gamescom. I didn't have a ticket anyway. I couldn't have. And then I've been there all day today. I've been up since 4 in the morning. like 4:30 in the morning. I I was really tired yesterday for some reason. I fell asleep at like 11:30, woke up at 4:30, sorry, could not get back to sleep. So yeah, I'm very tired. I had a nap basically when I got home, back to the room. Okay. I think I've organized everything. But yeah, I want to just talk about Gamescom and all this stuff I have off screen here. For reference, I bought nothing there. There was one thing I was gonna buy, not a game, but then they didn't have any. They weren't selling any in. They were just showing them off because it's not even out yet. And then, yeah, looking at everything here laid out makes it feel like I've done a lot more. So, just a summary of Gamescom. It's, from my personal opinion, it's been a very weird thing. This is the most god-awful chair. It's like this mesh metal. It sucks. Anyway. Bunch of freebies, a lot of freebies. Also, fun fact, it's just the anime games which give freebies basically, so I have a load of anime game freebies and a couple other freebies from other stuff. The big titles do not give freebies. They say, you get to play the game, you should be happy. The other games go, you could have this. There's one thing I was going to get in, there's one thing I'll get onto though, which is like insane. Freebie wise, but yeah. To start off with, here's the thing I did not understand about Gamescom. I've been to like EGX before, I've been to like more local things or like smaller things, and they are so different from Gamescom. I need to look there. I'm looking at the screen. They are so unbelievably different from Gamescom. If you think, did I get to before the yap was cut off? That's probably not the first time that's going to happen today's stream, by the way. You were talking about how it was unbelievable. Okay, so it is very different. I don't know what I said exactly. Basically, I've been to smaller things. You walk around all the booths. You play games that seem interesting. It's a cool experience. Gamescom's not like that. For reference, I remembered the other thing I was going to do. I took a load of images on my phone, so I wanted to be able to show those. So I'm going to quickly start downloading those while I talk. But the thing about Gamescom is it's the big event. So the thing with the big event is, believe it or not, oh, hello Taylor, I don't have alerts on this. Imagine the alert goes off. This corner, I think I have the alert in. Wow! Thank you for 17 months. 3-month streak. Hello, Taylor. This is a very cursed stream. I don't have alerts. I don't have alerts. I do not have alerts. Ugh. Yeah, my bad. Can I not just look at the photos on my phone? I just want... Anyway, I'm gonna have to quickly pause this so I can get these photos off my phone, which I forgot to do. But while I'm doing that, yeah, so because Gamescom is the big event, the thing is, it has all the big games. Would you believe it? Well, you should. Because it has all the big games, it's got this kind of funny side effect of you will be queuing for fucking ages. I spent so long in queues while I was here. Unironically, I spent so long queuing. You just spend... Yeah, I know it's black, don't worry. It's while I'm sorting stuff, like I said. But yeah, you just spend ages queuing. And it's... Yeah. It's a lot. I think my stream's gonna die. But that was something I was not prepared for. I was not prepared for all the queuing that would be involved. Oh. There we are. Yeah, I was not prepared for the queuing. I think I spent okay, I did not spend that long in queues. I kind of dodged a lot of them through various methods. But there were some queues where it's like, you're gonna be queuing 2.5, 3 hours to play a game for like 30 minutes, maybe. Which meant I didn't get to play a lot of the games I wanted to play. For example, I was planning to play Resident Evil this morning, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be first in. I was literally, I was like 2 people away from the front of the barrier, like right when it was opening. So I was like, I'm gonna be one of the first in. I want to play that. However, before I want to do that, I want to stop by a different place where I was yesterday. It'll take me like 30 minutes to redo something, and actually, I'll get onto that bit. But it'll take me like 30 minutes to do that. I can then go to the Resident Evil one, and hopefully the queue shouldn't be too long because it's only been 30 minutes. I was so fucking wrong. I could not find where the queue was. Like, I saw it. It was like a snaking queue, and then it just kind of, there was just a large crowd of people. I could not find where the queue was and where it ended. For the Hoyoverse games, your Genshin Impact queue went out of the door. They had, so for those games, they had like kind of a queuing area, and then they had another queuing area so you didn't block the pathways. Genshin had a queuing area, another queuing area, which then snaked out of the doors. It was, I'm just trying to see if I have took photos of the queues now that I've downloaded all my photos. Please sort them by the ones I've just downloaded, please. Thank you. Did you play Golf with Friends 2? No, I'm not even sure if that was here. If it was, I did not spot it. I was just trying to take a lot more photos as well in general. Oh, okay. Okay. Apologies in advance. Okay, I'm going to be talking a lot about one anime game which I'm very excited for and have been for a few years. So please prepare yourself for that. But you have all been warned in advance. Hey, Elliot, how's it going? I'm going to be talking about Unbeatable as well. Okay. This is me. Okay, well, I've got a load of videos and stuff. Okay. I'm not sure if I took a photo of actual queues, but like I say, the queues were absurdly long. So that's why I didn't get a place of the games. I think the longest queue I was in was about like 100 minutes maybe. So almost 2 hours I queued to play a game for 30 minutes. But there's other games which I didn't know how to queue for. So the event was in a load of different halls. You had halls 10, which was where all the indie games were. That you could go up to a game, wait 5-10 minutes, it would open up, you could play it. That was great. Then you had 6, 7, 8, and 9. Those all had the much bigger ones. 9 was the big one though. That had all of the Nintendo stuff. So that had Kirby Air Ride, Mario Kart World, Mario Party, Donkey Kong Bonanza, or whatever the new game is, Silk Song. It had all the Capcom games, so that was Pragmata and what was the other one? Resident Evil Requiem, which is one of the games I wanted to play. It had, I'm trying to think, it had all the Pokemon stuff as well. Basically, Hall 9 was the packed hall. And that was the one with queues everywhere. Hall 6 had all your gacha games, apart from the one I was here for. I didn't come here for it, but it's the one I've spent. I've got a lot of stuff from it for free. But I think, wasn't the Silksong demo the same from 5? Yes, it was the same demo, but it's the new version of it. So while it's like kind of the same content, it's like the equivalent to what it would be in actual game. So it's got way more polish. I think some stuff's been tweaked. I don't know. I didn't play it. I didn't even queue for it. The queues were absurdly long for that as well. All the Nintendo booths were packed. The Silksong booth was packed. I will say, Silksong had 2 booths. It had one in Nintendo and one in Xbox. The Xbox booth was also packed. However, not as packed, I don't think, for some reason. I guess the Nintendo version of it was more popular. But I'm quickly counting my games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yes, I forgot I played that game. I have no merch from it already for now. Okay. So, in the end, I only really played like 10 games, which sounds absurdly low, and it feels absurdly low. I wanted to play a lot more games. I feel like I didn't play any games. But these are all the games I played in about like 2 and a bit days. I will say, it was my first time. If I knew what I was doing, I definitely could have got more games in. It was like I walked past loads of indie games. Let's make it clear, I could have played way more games. It was just a lot of indie games, which I'm like, that looks cool, I'm not too interested. Notes for next time, don't go by yourself. It's so boring when you're sitting in queues, where you're walking around, when you're trying to do stuff. I was basically had headphones on the entire time, listening to podcasts or music while I was queuing or just walking around. Go with somebody. That's what I've learned. I planned this really late though, so it's kind of hard to do that. I would have started asking people, Oliver, if I didn't plan like 4 days before I came here. I planned coming here. I flew here on Wednesday. I planned it on Saturday, I think. That is how late I planned it. I planned it absurdly late. If I had planned it further in advance, then I would have started asking people. But I kind of have a haul here, which I want to start looking at. So I've got a few tier lists. We have just the overall tier list of just overall stuff. We have the bag tier list, and then we have the fan tier list. I'm going to start with the non-game one. I got this magazine. I got it from the 8-Bit Dough place, and they gave it to me. I was like, wow, thanks. Magazine. That's all there is to say about that one. Now, let's actually talk games. The first game I played here was, where is it? It was this one. It was Piggy 1, which I picked up because it was 1, right by the entrance, and 2, it has the art style and music from a Japanese artist I like. So I was like, oh, I recognize that, I'll play it. And same people who did that also did the Kitsune game. So I got this nice little tote bag off them, the publishers, Room 6. And then also got these plastic folders of the game. And they both say Room 6 on the back. And they open up, and it's like these kind of small folders. Quite nice, quite good quality. These games are fun. I quite enjoyed these games. If I put that there, the bag's going to the side for the bag tier list when I do that. Well, I'll start with Piggy 1. Piggy 1, it was a fine game. It wasn't absurd. It was very early stages, which was kind of obvious. It had this cool mechanic where you had kind of different characters, and it was like each one can do different things. So one was kind of, you had to move stuff around to like, it's like a 2D platformer. So you had to kind of move stuff around. The other one could attack. It's like nothing groundbreaking, but it was nice. It was wrapped up well. However, despite all that, I'm just gonna give it a C. It was fine. It was fine. It was fine. That's all I have to say about it. Is the problem? If I had anything else to say about it other than it was fine, I would have. I would, but no, it was just fine. So it's getting a C. I like the folder. It's not insane. While it's not the next game I played, I actually played Kitsune on the Friday instead of the Thursday evening. Kitsune's actually a really cool game. It's got this like classic fixed perspective where it's like when you go into a new area, the perspective is locked in one point and follows around. I realised music's not on this one. There you go. It's got a really nice perspective. I really like the art style as well, and it's more of kind of a casual puzzle game, kind of adventure game. I quite liked it. I quite like the style. I'm not a journalist, so I don't have to go in much detail. I liked it. It's getting a B. It's getting a B from me. Now, the second game I played, I have to put my hands up and say I'm kind of biased towards, because I have a friend who has competed in competitions for the studio who's making this game and has won every single time. So they're very tied to the studio. You guys would know them. It's Miles. for Oliver. Oliver, you'd know Miles. You talk to Miles. This is the game Miles has banged on about non-stop. And from it, I won a tote bag, another tote bag of this guy. And this is actually quite a nice one. It's quite a nice size as well, unlike that one, which is tiny. It's quite nice. The game itself, really fun. There is a public demo, which is actually longer than the demo I played. A lot of the demos at Gamescom are either time limited or they've been made shorter, so it only takes you about 15 minutes to beat. But yeah. So Miles has made monsters and NPCs for this studio, so I talked to some of them. They all knew him, which was cool. That was cool though. They were giving out freebies. I really like this game. It's a roguelike monster catcher game, because they had a previous game called Monster Sanctuary, which was kind of how do I describe it? It was kind of it's called Monster Sanctuary. It's like a monster catcher like Pokemon, but it's like 2D platforming. I don't want to compare it to Pokemon. Pokemon's just the this game example. Aethermancer though is really cool. Okay, we're back. I got cut off again. That time I actually noticed quite quickly though, so it didn't really impact anything. I'm quickly organizing all the yeah. So where I left off, Aethermancer, it was really cool, even though it was like just the first area. I think the third area is currently in closed beta testing, and the first two areas are on the public demo on Steam. It was really fun, kind of, because the monsters can take items, and the monsters level up. It's like every so many battles they level up, and you can give them a perk, basically, which is really cool, like, way to do roguelike with the monsters, I found. I really like that. I played it for a single thing, did the boss kind of, and that worked really well, honestly. I found it worked quite well, and I really liked it. What I'm going to quickly do is get Finder, and I'm going to open with... What's this one? Oh, why is that one a JPEG? Okay, some of these random are JPEGs and others aren't. What the fuck's preview? Hello? There we are. Please open in 1. Yes, thank God. Okay, that. So I actually have images for this, so I'm going to show images. I'm able to show images. Wowzers. Review. That don't. Thank you. Boom. It's humongous. There we go. So yeah, this was the booth that they had there. You could see a bit of the game on screen with the monsters and them fighting. This was the screen I got once I beat the game, because I did it. I took these photos to send to Miles, because I thought he'd be interested. But no, it's a really cute game. I really like it. It's one I'm going to look into probably actually playing when it fully comes out, because it does pique my interest. So it's getting an A. I actually really liked it. Next, this is going to be a contentious one. And all I have to show for it is this single card, because it's unbeatable. Unbeatable is a game I know very well. I've been following it for quite a while now. I have gripes. And I hate to say that, but I have gripes. And it's not even the game's fault. I'm going to talk about that later. When I talk about this other game. Because the issue wasn't with the game, it was with the publishers. And I'll talk about that. No personal issues with them, of course. Much more kind of a, I think they shouldn't have done it the way they did. Let me get up the images. Do I have multiple unbeatable photos? Okay, I have so many photos of a single thing that it takes me ages to find what I'm actually looking for. I don't need that photo. That is... No, okay, I only have this one photo for unbeatable, which is this one, which is I found the game because I could not find... Okay. Another gripe, completely different gripe this time. For some reason, the Gamescom app and website just didn't have all the games. It was missing games. Unbeatable was one of them. I don't know why some games just weren't on the website and you couldn't find them through the maps. You had to just walk through and find it. I had to ask the Unbeatable Discord for where it was. I could not find it. I walked past it like 4 times, I ended up realizing. So yeah, Unbeatable though, it's a great remote game. I loved it so much. They had a trailer in the opening night live, which was really cool to see. The game was great. I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed my time with the game. I kind of rocked out. I did some like expert level songs, which was fun. But the problem with this isn't the problem with this. The problem with PlayStack. And the problem with PlayStack is they gave you like 8 minutes. So most games gave you like 15 minutes, kind of. That was the generic thing. PlayStack gave you 8 minutes for all of the free games they had there, which was just so short. I ended up going to the Unbeatable booth both on the Thursday and the Friday, and played it twice. The Thursday, I only got to play a single song because I was stuck in menus for the first 4 minutes trying to change keybinds. But you had 8 minutes to play music. And if you were in the middle of a song, they just ask you to leave. So I have a problem with the playstack team of how they organize that. However, the D-Cell team, the people who made it, were lovely. I spoke to them once on the Thursday because I went, oh, hey, are you in the queue? Because they were standing at the entrance. And they went, oh no, we worked on the game. I was like, oh, that's cool. What did you do? And then the lady went, I did all the singing. And I was like, holy shit, this is the singer for the game. She was lovely. She was lovely. I briefly talked to the rest of the team because I happened to get there while they were all leaving for a company-sponsored dinner, which they didn't want to be late to. But the brief chat I did have with them, lovely. It was great to randomly meet the singer for this game because songs are great. So that was fun. I love that. Game-wise, unbeatable, unmatched. Sadly, only got this to go off, and considering what the anime games give you, the gacha games, it's not a surprise they give you so much shit, but still, considering what they're going to give you, this is kind of just very little. All of the PlayCell games had this, just a card, like this one. And it'd be nice if they could have offered a bit more. They could have done something similar to what Moirai Games, the people who did Aethermancer, did. They had a 3D printed like gacha machine, and it was like they would shake it and you would spin it and you'd get a coloured marble, and depending on what marble you colour you would get a prize. I got the tote bag, there were stickers, there were badges, they were giving out Switch and PlayStation copies of their previous game as well. Obviously there was only 1 or 2 of those marbles in the jar, but it was like the fact that they were just giving out sealed copies of their previous game just for checking out their current game was super cool. And I think it kind of showed to me that it doesn't take much to do a little more in giving. However, I'm not going to be greedy when it's given, when it's all free stuff. But unbeatable. The game itself is S tier. I can't deny S tier. I'm moving my camera to this side. I can't deny unbeatable S tier. It's just really disappointed with the booth, which is why it's getting an A tier. I hate it. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Unbeatable. If it was just the game, it would get S tier. But I'm doing it all, and the booth just really brought it down. I have to be honest, the booth wasn't even that busy. Both times that I went there, and when I went to play their other game, do you want to know what? There was no queue. There was like, I always saw people playing the game, but when I stood there, there was like maybe one other person queuing with me. And there was 3 computers. And it was like, it's kind of annoying. It's like, you definitely could have given them more time considering how little queues there were. And there were no queues. There were no queues. I know it, I saw that there was no queues. It was just kind of disappointing, and that's why it's getting an A tier. But what I will say is that it'll be above Aethermancer, because the game's just that fucking good, and I'm just that hyped for the game. How much do I have to pay to bump it up? You can pay. I'm not promising I'm gonna bump it up. That is my true feeling. Even if I bump it up in the future, that's my true feeling. It's high A. The thing that drags it down is the booth, in my opinion. Is it bad I don't recognize any of these games? No. I mean, I think the only one I'd be kind of... I don't think any of these are your games. We're going to talk about what might be your game and what might be funny for us to play. But I don't think we'll want to play it. But, actually, I say that, I think it would be the next thing I want to talk about, and I don't want to talk about it yet. So we're going to look at some images. I tried to take a lot of images while I was there, especially today. I took a lot of these images today. And there was a lot of cool stuff. For example, German keyboards. This is just a German keyboard. I found it very funny. I was like, oh my god, it's a German keyboard. I'm scrolling past a lot of the images, because a lot of the images are for a specific thing. I saw this. This is the James Bond game that's coming out soon. First Light. I'm really excited for this game. And they had the cars from the game, which were really cool. They were just outside, chilling. This was all they had. They didn't have like a playable demo or anything. I'll talk about one more, because I want to say... Actually, those are all one game. That's all one game. Okay, one thing I do want to talk about. This was the second best booth. It's this game called PVKK, I think, which you might have seen. PVKK. Yeah, it's this game. It's this game. It's Planeten wird Eidung Scanon Kommandant. It's this game. It's basically you work in a turret on a wall, basically protecting it, and you have this huge control panel, which is how you control the game. What the people for this game did is they just brought a like life-size copy of it. And it's like, you didn't do anything with keyboard and mouse clicking around the game. No, you used that. And it was insane. There's just one thing. I really wanted to play this game. And I was hyped. I saw it on Thursday. It was kind of packed. I saw it on Friday. Kind of packed. I'm like, okay, I'm going to spend, no matter how long it takes, I'm going to spend time on Sunday playing this game. Because I was really hyped to play this game. Especially when it's like this. I was like, oh my god, I want to play that. Small issue. Small issue. This doesn't do videos, does it? Yeah, okay. Let me get the video up. There's just a teeny tiny issue. If I can get Finder open, that is. Is it this one? Okay. Let me just, add don't show cursor, please. This was the small problem, as I came to find.
Usually we start stay.
No waiting queue. Booked out today. It was a thing you had to reserve. I did not notice this ever. It was a completely booked out thing. Okay. What? Okay, are we back? This is going to happen a lot today. I'm on hotel Wi-Fi. I don't have Ethernet. I don't even have Ethernet. It's going to happen a lot today. Basically, what I was saying, this was reserve only, which was really annoying because I really wanted to play this game. Yeah, so that's a real shame. But this was such a cool booth. It was the second coolest booth, which is insane considering the best booth was like one that had a lot of money to spare. And I'm going to show that in a bit. Actually, you know what I can show? I can show you why we have a bag tier list. So, as it turns out, the gacha games, being gacha games, they have a lot of money to go around. Because they have a lot of money to go around, they can give a lot of freebies. So, you see that they might give you a bag like this. Or they might give you a bag like this. Or they might give you a bag like this. Or they might give you a bag that holds all the bags because it's fucking huge. I wanna show how big this bag is. This is a huge bag. They were giving out these humongous bags, which is why we're gonna have a bag tier list. Because these bags are absurdly big for no good reason. And it was such a pain carrying them around, and I don't know how I'm going to get them home because I have a tiny suitcase. I'm not getting that big one home. I am not getting that big one home. There's no way I do. But what I want to talk about is going to be the biggest yap of today, and it's one of the bags I just shown you. It's this one. It's Arknight Endfields. Arknight's Endfield. This is a game I'm really excited about. If I show the other side, yes, it's an anime game. And yes, I have two bags. I'll explain that in a moment. I'm really excited for this game. I have been following it since it was first announced. I played Arknights, the mobile gacha game, on my phone most of my secondary school as a way to kill time. That was my main time-killing method to play that game. So when it got announced, I was very excited. And I've applied to every single playtest since and never gotten it for any of the 5, maybe? So this was really cool to see. And they had the best booth. I think it's kind of hands up cinema, the best booth, undeniably for me. And let me show you why. Let me show you why I think this was the best booth. No competition. I genuinely don't think there's a competition here. Let me just get a very clear. This is the first image I got of the booth. This is just the front, by the way. It's all of this moves. It's a moving factory booth. It's a factory game. It's actually a factory automation game. Kind of insane. I'm going to talk about it. This is going to be the big yap game because I spent a lot of time with this game. I analyzed it a lot. But it was this huge moving thing, which I didn't take any videos of it moving. Sadly. Did I take I know I took another photo of the booth. That's a photo. I want to show those photos later, though. Okay, I do have other photos, but I'm saving them because I want to talk about them later. But it was this really cool booth, huge booth, 3 huge, really nice screens, and it had this really cool set piece. And it only goes up from there. Firstly, for some reason, they had a popcorn machine. So I have this like little goodie bag of... I got this box. You had to do a challenge for this box, though. You had to do a challenge. It was 10 push-ups. So I got down on the floor, did 10 push-ups, and I got this with, when opened, this little lunchbox. Popcorn! They just gave you a bag of popcorn. Oh, I probably should have snacked on this today. I decided not to. I have not... I should be in better, is how I'll phrase it. But they just had a popcorn machine there for some reason. And I got this, which was really cool. But it's not the main thing. They had, like a lot of the gacha games here had, they had kind of a checklist sheet where if you did all the things on the sheet, you would get a prize. The first one was check out the booth, and you would get a bag. And this is from my first. So I got this bag on Friday. The reason, actually, I got the other bag. I got a bag on Friday, and I also got with it this note, kind of not notebook, kind of like an explanation book of like a load of stuff. It's like just a nice mini like player's guide, and I got this for playing the game there, which I queued like, and that was the game I queued almost 2 hours to play. But the thing is, I also made, no wait, actually for this you had to make the post. Sorry, I lied. For this you had to make a post on Twitter. And then I also played the game and also left feedback on the game, which was meant to give you some other stuff. They didn't have any left, which is why first thing this morning, I kind of beelined there and went, okay, I am doing this all ASAP to get the other goodies. So, once again, we have the bag. And this one actually has stuff in. So, for doing the post on Twitter or wherever, you got the player's guidebook. I've already shown this off. This is really nice. Actually, it has some like very small stuff in. It's very much around the demo, but it also has like a load of characters in, and these are all characters that you can play as in the demo. I am going to be fixated on one of these characters in a minute because they're my favorite character, which was also in the previous game, which was also my favorite character. That's the way. For playing the game, you got a fan. I sighed heavily when I mentioned the fan, because if you remembered at the start of the stream, I said there's going to be a fan tier list, which means I got a fucking lot of these. I do not need fans. I live in Britain. I got this though, and this one changes, which was quite nice. This is one of the characters. I talked to the cosplayer. They had cosplayers for all of them, which I'll also talk about in a minute. The cosplayer was really nice. I realized that should be like this. But yeah, I got this fan. It's quite nice. It's just plain on the back. I'm going to save opening the fan for later though. And then, the final thing, for leaving a review, you got one of two, what are these called? Special AR art boards. So you can play as a male or female character. There's Administrator A for like the first one, that's the male, and then there's an Administrator B for boobs because it's the female. That's a joke, of course. It is version B though, that bit was not a joke. And you get these cool art boards. These are AR art boards. I have not scanned this yet. I do not know how this is going to work. That is something I'm going to do in my own time. What I'm going to do now though is actually open this, because I haven't opened this stuff. I got all this stuff and haven't looked at it. So I'm just, wow. And then I just got a little thing over it. It's a board. It's a cardboard or something. It's got a nice shine to it at least, and it's gonna have some AR stuff. So I'm gonna try that out in my own time, I guess. You could also get the male player character, like I said. But that's not what I'm expecting to entice you guys. The thing I'm expecting to entice you guys is... Where did I put it? Is it in this? Yep. What I'm expecting to entice you guys is this little thing. This was a raffle ticket. At the end of each day, at 6 PM, they held a raffle. Does anyone want to guess the prizes for the raffle? They had the grand prize, which they only had one of, for each day. They had the runners-up prize, which was 2, and then they had just a third place prize, which gave away 3 of them. Try and guess, for just kind of a free thing you get for playing their game. I'm pretty sure you could do this multiple times as well, and they wouldn't notice. They might recognize you, but like, if you space it, or you get a group of friends together, and everyone does it, and they just all pool their tickets. Do you want to guess what you get for these? Just these tickets. Third place, which they were giving away 3 of, just kind of like a deluxe merch set. Just a load of stuff. Quite cool. Second place, they were giving away 2 of these per day, mind you. €500 Amazon gift cards. 500 euros. They were giving away €1,000 every day, which is probably cheap, if we're being honest. For what they're getting from doing all this. It's probably cheap. That's not the surprising part. With that as your benchmark, for second place, just imagine what first place would be. Did you answer a 5080? Because that's what it was. It was a Gigabyte 5080 graphics card you got for winning this. It was random. They spun a wheel every time. And just some people just won 5080 graphics cards. Which is what I say when the gacha games, they went hard on the freebies. Especially Arc Knights. Sadly, I didn't win one. I wanted to. I got quite close both times, actually. On both days, because I got 2 for the different days, This one's forwarded. The thing was, both of them were kind of constantly rolling around my numbers. Like, this was number 95 because I did it really early in the morning to try and get the other stuff, which I kind of regret. I wish I went to do Resident Evil first, because I feel like stuff would have still been in stock. But no, there was, I think the closest that rolled to this was like 66, and I had 95. That would have won me, I think that roll was for Amazon gift card, so I would have won a €500 Amazon gift card. Or actually, there might have also been 103 now that I think about it. That would probably have been closer. Then there was this one, which was the first day. I think the closest was like 542 or something, so like 14 off, because this is 556. But yeah, insane rolls. Just giving away 5080s. I was not expecting that when I rolled up to the booth, but that was very cool. On to today, basically. Oh wow, I say that. I'm not done with my Arknights yet. I'm sorry, I need to yap about Arknights. I love this game. I'm very hyped for it, and I took a lot of photos. Here's you getting to pick who you are, verifying yourself. Here's the menu. So the first day I did the tutorial and then the 2 bosses, and then the second day I did the factory stuff and I kind of explored the area. This is probably going to interest the factory heads out there. I took some photos of what the factories look like in this game. Because of what this game is, these are shown. Because of what this game is, it's, the factories seem to work very weirdly, is how I'll phrase it. So instead of just being able to build anywhere, it seems like there's sites which you do all your factory building on, and instead of having like a huge interconnected behemoth like you would in Factorio, for example, it's instead these kind of repeating substation sort of things, almost. I say substation, that's probably the wrong word. But you can kind of see it in this, where it's like kind of, there's multiple things of the same one, and it's basically just a lot of that. This is a good example. This was in a different factory thing I found, and it's just this. It's just its own thing kind of looping, and that's just it. It doesn't connect to stuff further. It goes into a stash, which then gets like drone lifted out or something. But yeah, it's a very different factory builder. Obviously, I don't think it's the focus. I'm going to be kind of disappointed if it's very lame, though. I hope it kind of has more to offer. So I'm holding out hope in that aspect, that it does have more to offer. Because I'd be kind of disappointed if it doesn't. I have not played Satisfactory. No, I still haven't played Satisfactory. But no, I really love Arknights, and my favourite character is Gilberta, who's I've said her current name. I can't remember what her name in the last game was. It was, oh, I blanked. This is actually really disappointing. Angelina. So it's like, I don't know what the lore is. Anyway, it's my favourite character. And that's a different thing that I'm going to show later. And here's all the cosplayers who were cosplaying together. And this was today. It's kind of the final thing. You can see them all lined up. That's most of the characters. Let's go, Gilberta's not there. Gilberta is not there. Which was disappointing. I was like, damn, the one character I actually really like. Anyway, this is them having a huge wall span in Gamescom. I took a lot of photos of Arknight stuff. I really like Arknights, if you couldn't tell. I think the final photo I took was of the UI, because it has some really cool UI. This is the map. It's like you're gonna be on a ship for parts, but like this is the mini map on the like pause menu. It's really cool. I talked about it for a college, like one of my first college assignments way back when. So yeah. Anyway, that's I'm done yapping about Arknights. On God, I'm done yapping about Arknights. That's my Arknights yap out the way. Kind of. I want to say one more thing about Arknights. While I was kind of walking there this morning, I had to walk past the Hoyoverse booths, which is your Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zero, and like, I quite like Zenless Zone Zero. I quite like it. And I also realised I completely forgot that I'm going to be doing a tier list. Let me do the tier list. Enfield S tier. Okay, done. Let's get back to it. So okay, I'm just really hyped about it. If I was going to be honest, it is probably more A tier. Like the booth, the thing is, the booth really boosts it up. Gameplay, it's like the opposite of Unbeatable. Unbeatable is an S tier game, but the booth brings it down. Enfield is like a really cool game, which I'm really hyped about. But it wasn't amazing, but the booth just brings it all the way up, and all the other stuff they do in it. So for Gamescom experience, it gets an S tier, which is why. But back to my story. As I was walking there this morning, I was like, oh, I've got to go past the Hoyoverse booths. I was like, yeah, I'm never going to get stuff from them because it's like they were always packed. And I start walking past it, and I look at the Zenless Zone Zero area, and I'm like, huh, there's 3 people there currently. So I made a quick pit stop and got the Zenless Zone Zero thing. I've played all the Hoyoverse games. I don't really like Genshin Impact. I think it kind of sucks. Honkai Star Rail, I enjoyed. I didn't get that involved in it. I enjoyed it. Zenless Zone Zero, though, I really enjoy this game. I think the combat on it is so fluid and so fun, which is why I decided to stop by this one. And it was basically, you got a stamp card, and it was the same thing with the Arknights, but you didn't have to play the game, because it's like, it's a very well established game. It's like, look, just show that you have an account in the game and you get a tick, and make a post and you get a tick. So I took a photo of the fact that apparently, just kind of casually now, these things can just pay for Aston Martins. Yeah, they were giving away an Aston Martin. To be precise, this Aston Martin, this is 0.5 camera, which is why it looks so bad. They were just giving away this Aston Martin to one lucky winner. It wasn't me. We'll show what I did win. But they also had Huge Bear in display, which was funny. I needed to take a photo of the car and the display, so. Let's have a look at the haul. I actually have not looked at this. This is another thing I haven't looked at all. What I can say, I've got another fucking fan. Trust me, I'm not... This is only 2 things have given me the fan, and trust me, we're going to end with more than 2 fans. This is for a character I don't really particularly care for. It's a fan though, it's a large fan. I feel like I can see the pixels on it though, is the problem. So it's not the highest quality. Other than that, I got a poster. It's quite a nice bag, I will say. The bag itself is quite nice quality. It's the same design on both sides though. So, yeah. I haven't looked at this. I don't know what this is. Oh wow, it's the car. It's the Aston Martin with characters. Wow. Okay, that's going on the floor now. It's not the highest quality. And then I've got the random things you got at the end of it, which they just kind of said, okay, you did everything. Pick 4 things out of the box. I was like, okay, and I just stuck my hand in and grabbed 4, and then they gave me these. So I have like these shiny cards of characters that I'm gonna be real. I don't know either of these characters. I have them now. They're very shiny, which is always fun. I do like a good shiny card. I got this one, which is even more shiny and pops out, and I do know this character. I think it's the same thing as the other ones, but just a slightly different design. I got a postcard. It's the poster, but a postcard size, and I've got this black envelope. I don't know what this black envelope is. It's just a sealed black envelope. So I'm opening it now. Oh, it's another card. Wow, look at this guy. I don't know who this character... Actually, I do. I know this character because I logged into Zenless Zone Zero for the first time in ages the other week, and I went, wow, that's a character now, I guess. Wow, it's also very shiny. Great, that's it. That's all I got from that. And it's a very nice bag. I'll save that for the bag tier list. But no, that was just a fun little extra, which I was like, oh, I didn't really plan on getting it, but then I did. Break up the capture games a bit. Let's go back to PlayStack and their dumb 8-minute timers. This was a fun game. It's called Recoin. I have a feeling PlayStacks, because PlayStacks are the people who published Balatro. So I think since they published Balatro, they've kind of been trying to do similar games, which is what Recoin is. It's a coin pusher with kind of Balatro-esque elements. What I will say is I fucking crushed at the game. I got insane scores in just a few rounds. I'm kind of the GOAT at the game. So I'll probably play this game when it comes out. And I'm gonna rate this. I'm gonna rate this probably a high B. It was just kind of missing a lot of substance. To be fair, I also only had 8 minutes to play it though, so I don't really know what it did have. But no, that's a game I did like, and I'd like to play it more. Talking about another game, let's break up the gacha games a bit more. Let's go to Bandai Namco. I didn't get anything from this booth. However, this was Towa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. It's kind of like Hades, but you have two characters, a main and a support. And any character can be a main, and any character can be a support. And that's kind of all I gleaned from it. Because it just kind of auto stops you playing after 15 minutes. And I also, because of the machine they told me to go to, it was like, it is already went past the cutscene, so I didn't even get to watch the opening cutscene. So I don't know the story. It was fun though. The controls were quite nice, and I actually did get some nice photos of the booth, which I'm going to also show. This is one of those had a lot of money, had huge booth situations. Where is he? I found the guy. Yeah, this guy was just here. They had some really cool character designs, I'll give them that. They had this dog, this Shiba, I think. And they also had a carp, both of which were quite cool. So, yeah, it was cool. It was fun. I didn't really get too much of it though, but I'd say it's also probably B, like low B, I think. Don't worry, I am going to put stuff lower down. I'm not just kind of hard stacking everything. Okay. Let's go back to gacha games. Let's go to the next gacha game. Icky, I know, but they give a lot of free shit, and this I actually have a fun story with. This is NTE. What's it called? Neverness to Everness, which is the dumbest title for a game I've ever heard. But you might recognize this game because it had a trailer that got quite popular of like a skibidi toilet, people were calling it, because it was this guy riding a running toilet, and that was this game before they changed the name of it. And this game was fine. I actually don't have too much to talk about the contents of it. What I do have to say is I managed to skip the line for this game, because I kind of queued, I was like, okay, this is going to be like a decently long queue, this is probably going to be like an hour wait, and then they come out and say, hey, is there anyone who would rather play on PlayStation? And I quickly glanced and was like, okay, all of these people are playing on keyboard. I don't like playing these sorts of games on keyboard. I want to play on controller. Sure, I prefer PlayStation, I say, and they go, okay, have you pre-registered? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'll do it again just to check. I pre-register for the game, and then they just let me skip the line. I skip the entire line all the way to the front and just get a walk past everyone else and sit at a PlayStation to play the game. So I didn't have to queue, which was very nice. But the game was honestly, It was one of those games where they just kind of opened, because it's kind of like an anime GTA or something. And the problem with that is, for this demo, they kind of just dropped you in the middle. They just dropped you in. They're like, okay, start playing. And I was just in the middle of a city, and I was like, I have no idea what the hell I'm supposed to do. Also the vertical look input was inverted, and I was like, well, I'm not going to get used to this. So I probably looked like an absolute loon who had never played a game before. Anyway, the game was fine. I hit people with my cars, I stole people's cars, I summoned my own cars, I drove a truck for someone to deliver a package, and that was kind of it. Yeah, I think the problem with this game is it was one I actually was quite looking forward to, because I quite liked the look of it. And then it was very much just, oh, it's currently, I have no idea what I'm doing. This is the one photo I took of the game, of me ramming my bike into them. This is when I had to stop playing. I was like, oh, I need to take a photo to post online to get another freebie. And so let's talk about the freebies. After I rank this game, because honestly, the booth was fine. The game was it's getting a C. It's getting the lowest currently, and that's saying a lot. And do you want to know one of the reasons why it's getting that? I got another goddamn fan. We're up to 3 fans now, if you were keeping track. I don't know who this guy is, but yeah, I'm not quite sure how well it will work as a fan considering its shape, but that's the light. Other than that, I got some stickers. Quite nice. You got these just for checking, just for pre-registering the game, and then you got the fan for the fan was for making a post online about the game. What I will say is that you didn't get the fan, you actually got to spin a wheel, and there was actually some like nice badges or pins, or there was like a you win thing, which I had no idea what that was. I got the fan though, which is the one I like wanted the least. And that was it. That's all I got. It was honestly quite mid. I wasn't that insane about it. It's fine. That's going here so I can do the bag tier list. And now let's just get on with the final gacha game. Because honestly, the bag is more... The bag makes it seem like you get a lot more bang for your buck. You don't. This was the bag, if you forgot. This huge bag. It's actually super big. It says, what's in your vast vortex? And this is for Fate Trigger. And then it has Anime Girl on the other side, and it says, Extra L. And it's woman with tits. Yeah, this is a huge bag, and this housed everything else, which is actually the quite nice thing about getting a big bag. You can put all your other bags in it. Look, I'll be real. The game's anime Fortnite with like kind of Apex powers. That's it. It's anime Fortnite, and Fortnite already has anime, and it has licensed character anime. So yeah, the game's fine. The cool thing is, I fucking won. So it was, you got 15 minutes, and then they just let you finish your round. And thank God they let me finish my round. It would have been so dumb if they didn't let you finish your round. But also, I won. I got 1 kill. This is not my sort of game. I absolutely got carried by my teammates who got 14, 10, and 6 kills, which is kind of insane. I assume that includes assists. Yeah. Yeah, it does include assists. But yeah, I won. And do you know what you got for winning? Shit all. You got nothing for actually winning a game. If you came last and played for 30 seconds, or came first and played for the entire time, there was no difference. You spun 1 wheel and you got what you got. In my case, what did I guess? You can probably guess it. More fans. I got 2 fans this time. I don't need more fans. I didn't need 1 fan. And now I have 5. Which is why we have a fan tier list coming up. Other than that, I actually kind of... It's so hard to reach the bottom of this. Bottle opener. It's cool, it's solid metal. I wish I won the other stuff though, because that would have been a lot cooler, because once again it was kind of a luck of the spin, and I think I spun the worst. Anyway, game itself is fine. I'm not interested in it in the slightest though. It had a big ass booth, and this was a lot of just computers. And one thing I want to say is that this was the control guide. This is what you were sat down with. And it's like, looking at this, how am I supposed to figure out what the game's controls are? I had no idea. I had no clue. I was like, I guess I'll figure it out. There's some button to climb and like jump up. Don't know what it was. I had to keep doing this weird shitty parkour to try and make my way up there. Yeah, don't give these sheets to people because it's just information overload. Honestly, there's so many words. Yeah. Anyway, game ranking. It was fine. It was okay. It was like mid-C. It's just not my type of game. Just getting a mid-C. And the final game, I actually don't have anything to show for this game, is Mayo, I think it's called, or Neo. This is a Metroidvania game. And what I'll say is they also had a weird way of doing the booths, where it was kind of, how do I describe it? It was, they had 6 computers, and they let those 6 people play, and then they kicked them all off at the same time, instead of just letting someone play and then letting them play for 50 minutes, then kicking them off. So I, realizing this, went, okay, I want to get as far as I can in speed run. So I kind of sped through the game, trying to get as far as I could, because it was like, you can't go this way in the demo. So evidently there's an end to the demo. I kind of ran straight through it, got quite far, and then I got to a boss. I was like, oh, I bet this is where the demo ends. And then I got kicked off, like halfway through the boss fight. I not even halfway through the boss fight, like a tiny bit of the way through the boss fight. It's like, okay, great, I guess I can't do anything. People are gonna have... It very much feels like they were just providing the full game. And it's like, okay, this is the first 15 minutes of the game, which is fine, but I would have liked to be able to do the boss. Like a 20-minute timer would have been better, instead of what, the 15 that they gave. That's my complaint. I wanted to play it a bit more, and it kicked me off quite prematurely. And for it, I'm debating between a low B or high C. It's definitely better than Piggy 1, but is it in a B tier? I think it was B tier. The game felt really polished, the controls felt really good. I feel like the game had a lot of... I'd be very interested in playing this game in full, which is why I'm giving it a B tier. And that's it for games. However, I have some more photos to show. Fortnite, for the Fortnite heads out there. Well, actually, I should say Lego. There was a lot of Lego here. For example, this Lego llama was just here. I didn't show these. These were images from when I was playing Recoin, is the character from Recoin, as well as that is the game. You can see those blue chips, those blue coins, which say like N something. I managed to spawn like 20 of them. And each time, it's like, you get this many points by how many you have. I had so many of them, so I would instantly get insane scores. And that was my strategy. Scrolling past all the Arknight stuff, because there's so much Arknight stuff. There was this booth, where it was please come. They doodled on the walls, and they had a punching machine and a load of Burger King hats. I scanned the QR code. Turns out it's for this mobile game that's about to come out called Meme Wars. I don't know how they managed to get a place at Gamescom, I'm gonna be real. Anything else I haven't shown yet, or have I shown everything? I think I've shown everything now. Oh, no, I have 2 more images. This is a game called Deep Dish Dungeon, which I think looks really cool. I just really like their booth. I think the booth looks really good. And now, the next one is Pedo Blocks. Roblox had a booth, and I've got this image of it saying, like, German, I'll probably butcher it, it's Erhalts den in-game drip. I just found it very funny and very dumb. Anyway, Roblox had a big booth there, and it had games on the side of it, like advertising, oh hey, these are Roblox games. They did not look like Roblox games. Didn't even look like they were in Roblox. Insanely talented people trying to steal the money of young children over in Roblox. I think that's it. I feel like I have so little to talk about considering I was there for 2 and a bit days. I probably have stories that I'm just not thinking of. And I have conversation I could make, but review-wise, that's all I've got. That's all I've got. So let's do a bag review. I've got a lot of bags here. Let me make this clear. This huge thing, this is the worst bag I got. It was very useful, which is why it's actually going to be the second worst. But it's like, it was too big. And the design on it is just quite boring. This is the most useless one. This Room 6 tote bag. It's just too small to use for much, really, for me. I mean, it's quite nice, visually, compared to this huge one, but that's all. That's it. So Room 6 tote bag is the worst, followed by the Fate Trigger huge ass bag. Now, how do I rank the others? I think coming in third worst is NTE. While I very much like this, actually, you know what, I lie. Third worst is going to be Zenless Zone Zero. It's quite a nice bag size, and I do quite like the art, but it's kind of the same art on both sides, and it's just not very standout. It's like cool, but just nothing special. And I think NTE did kind of have that more special thing, and it was a lot nicer. This was also a lot nicer. This is the nicest bag to carry because of these like straps that they used, which is why this is actually getting third place. I still like the character on the front. The design on the back is kind of lame though, so That's why it was kind of close. Now, if you're following along, you will know there's 2 bags left. There is the Moirai tote bag, which is very cool, and the Enfield bag. I very much like the Enfield bag. I think it's got consistent styling all the way through. I like the designs both back and front, and I think this carrier thing, those other ones look like this, both the Zenless bag and the Fate Trigger bag, they were like 3 different things intertwined, whereas this is more like a shoelace almost, which I found a lot nicer, and this was also a lot nicer to carry. So I quite like this one. However, I think my favorite is going to be the Moirai bag. This is going to be my second favorite. I think my favorite bag at the end of the day is this Moirai tote bag, because it's just a cute design and it felt a lot nicer to receive, honestly. All that other stuff, it was like, oh yeah, here you go. Whereas this one, it was like, you've won this, or like, you've got this kind of thing. And I've realized I should have been doing this in this scene. This isn't a production value stream, it's fine. So this is my winning bag of Gamescom 2025. It's quite simple. It's only one-sided, but I like the character design. And this is just the bag I like the most. All there is to it. Now, with the somewhat interesting conversation out of the way, it's time for the fan review. And all these fans are... There's so many. I'm going to start with the furry Fate Trigger fan, I guess. It almost feels like off-center for some reason. I'm holding it and it feels off-center. It does well as a fan. It's a cool breeze. The handle sucks. I hate the handle. And this feels really floppy. And not like in the way you want it. It just feels like it flops around. Construction's very poor. I'm not going to say it's my least favorite yet. I think there might be one that's worst. Following in a similar vein, and I think this is going to be a very similar review, is the other Fate Trigger fan I got. Being this one, which I quite like. I mean, compared to this one, I prefer the design of this one more. I like the character Invincible and then Passed Away. Exact same complaints. Except this one has kind of a tap because it's loose. You can see there's a bit of wiggle there, so it's like clicking, which is quite annoying. But no, this is very... It's also not great, but it scores higher than the other Fate Trigger one. And now, I think this might be the worst one. While I do kind of like the design a bit more than the red one, I'm worried about its quality as a fan. And we'll see how its quality as a fan holds up. What I will say, the handle's a lot nicer. What I don't like is this tag on the bottom. It's like actually grimy. I'm not sure if that's going to come across on camera. This side's clean, but this side is like really dirty. And it's been in the bag the entire time. Also, no way to really take this off. And when you're kind of flapping it around, it's just whacking you. I think I was right. I think this is the worst fan. I like the cute dog on it, or hamster or cat. And while the handle's feels much better to use, it's still not a great handle. This dangly thing is so fucking annoying though. This is going to be my least favorite. This is my second least favorite. And this is my third least favorite. And we have 2 more fans. These are the ones I'm actually expecting a bit better of. This is going to be the huge Zenless Zero fan next. And I have high hopes for this, because this looks a lot better construction-wise. Not only is it huge, and I don't even think it's a fan, I think you kind of hold it up like, oh my god, go Caesar, yeah. But it works quite well as a fan. You get a lot of air flow. The shape actually works quite alright. I wish this was a bit longer, because I find my hand kind of catching on the bottom bit when I'm shaking it. When I'm doing this, my hand's kind of catching on it. So I'd like it if this was a bit longer. The back's fine. Oh, what's that? Oh, there's warping. Kind of on both sides. Evidently, it's like they've got the structure of a fan in it. I'm holding it up to light so I can see it. But you can kind of see the grooves from where the lines are going up. But it hasn't been padded enough in this area, so it's really obvious, which is kind of annoying. As a fan, it gets good airflow. It's just absurdly big though. But I do prefer it over the others. Not the most portable. And I think this is going to win. I'm going to be real. I kind of had it in my head that this is going to win, and that's probably affected the rankings. Also, I think that this is going to be the best fan. And if it's not, then I'll put it below the other fans. But I feel like this is going to be the best one. Because others have done quite good quality of this stuff. Firstly, I like the two designs. The happy and sad. I do quite like it. What I will say, I'm complaining about this handle's so thin. I think that's just a me thing. I think that's a me thing for all of them. I don't like this kind of grooved handle thing though, where it's kind of got the grooves. I don't like that because it digs in my hands. Fan-wise, it's quite good. It's not the best though. Like as an actual fan, it's quite good though. I like the holographic. I think it's a good size. It's a bit floppy though. You can see it's already kind of leaning back. I think that's because it's a holographic though. Fine, it's a fan. I don't really like fans anyway. I don't like how they make the air on my face feel kind of icky. It's cool. Honestly, I can see myself popping the fan bit off the handle and just having it kind of as like a thing in my room or something instead of a fan. Is it better than Caesar? I'm trying to think if it's better than the Zen Stone one. You know what? I'm going to say that my personal favourite is the Enfield one, and that's because this is just too big, honestly. Okay. So it just kind of really reflected into my face. They're gonna get the light on my face or something. Anyway, yeah. I'm saying the Art Knights one is my favourite. And so that's my ranking. It goes the NTE one, and then the two Fate Trigger ones, Zenless Zone Zero, and then finally Arc Knights. And that's my ranking for everything. And that's all I wanted to do today, really. It was more of a catch-up stream. Just wanted to talk. Got a final ranking for all the games I played. I wish I played more. I felt like I did a lot more. I felt like I was constantly doing stuff. I also acknowledged I felt like I had a lot of downtime as well. So it's weird, but no. If I go again, I hope to go with a group of people. On the opening night as well would be nice. And actually prioritize my games well. And like which ones I do in which order kind of thing. But that's it. I'm done. If no one has any questions, any yap they want to make, then I am probably gonna go now. I'm very tired. I've been up since 4:30 in the morning. I had like an hour nap once I got home, and I haven't eaten any dinner yet, and it's 20 minutes to midnight basically. I haven't eaten any dinner, and I need to pack my bags because I need to leave tomorrow at like 10 in the morning, and then figure out how I'm getting to Belgium. So yes, I need to book that now actually. I should do that now, tonight. But yeah, that's all. Thank you very much, everyone. This has been a weird stream, but I thought, why the hell not? My room's a mess now, though, so I'm gonna have to tidy this up. I'm gonna have to pack it all into my tiny suitcase as well. There is not enough room. Like, these bags, even flattened, aren't gonna fit. The Zenless Zone one will, the others won't. Certainly not this huge one. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to pack it all, or leave some of it, which would be a shame. We'll see. I'm ending the stream there for now, though. I hope everyone has a good rest of their day. I'm going to be back home from holiday Friday, which is like another week, basically. I'm back home Friday 2 in the morning because I'm leaving I'm leaving the EU at like late evening, getting the Eurostar back. But that's besides the point. I'll be back properly on Friday. I'll probably start doing streams. I want to work on more projects and actually get back onto working on my project. But yes, that's it for now. I'm gonna go. I'm really hungry. And honestly, the stream imploded less than I expected it to, so I'm quite happy with that. Yes, thank you very much, everybody. And I will see you in a week or something. I don't know. Goodbye.